two ago, I have discovered a form of building houses, which called flatpack houses. Now, many of you guys who has not lived in the new suburban areas or the old traditional work, having truss timber frame that's been built wall by wall, ceiling to ceiling, roof to roof, support by support and beam by beam in a factory. And once the concrete slab has been, established, cured properly, then they will put up the frames, right? One by one with a crane, lifting and hoisting one by one panel, like a jigsaw puzzle or Lego to build it up. So those are the frames. Now we have this new word of flat pack. They claim that it's cost efficient, all right, and can be, some of them will say it's earthquake proof or weather proof or whatever. You guys can figure that one out. I'm not going to figure it out for you guys. But however, I went on the webinar, and obviously the houses were like, well, depending on the house and the size and everything, it costs X amount of money, maybe 170,000 for a double story house. But that's not including installation, right? Now, installation, you have to go through all the tradesmen. Now, first things first, before you get anything done, you have to get the council approval, where they can get a planning and building permit according to these flat pack houses that's been established, or maybe need to adjust a little bit more remodification. That's up to the council, right? I'm not in that field. But what I can tell you is the fact that flat pack is basically, when I looked at it, it's not much different than building. And obviously, they all come from one factory or they outsource or, whatever they want. Houses may look like this. And I'm not going to show you which company that I did, went to the webinar, because I don't want to, negative towards that company, because, at the end of the day, right, it's a new form of building. And this makes more sense for those who lives in remote or country, a bigger block of land that doesn't have much restriction. Because the more pictures that you looked through, there's not really much neighbors. And also the good thing about the flat pack is, it's what's that word? It is practical if you live in the rural. You don't have to run around chasing around. You get whatever the material you want. It's already established. And not only just that, but also like it's a lot more convenience. And well, the tradesmen that you have to go through, it's a lot. You gotta have a waterproofer, carpenter, plaster, like plumber, electrician, aircon. You have all sorts of that. You haven't even laid a foundation or running the drain pipe or plumber, holding cold water, drainage, and hot water systems not even included. So even if you pay for 170, but when the moment you include with the labor and everything, it's probably cost you double, right? Or whatever the price tag it is. You haven't even talked about landscaping or things like that. But obviously with their you know, with the outbuild, what they have with the material is definitely is not brick, right? They use the word can be color bond or cement sheet and polythene, whatever they have in their mind. So it can be futuristic, can be great. You can build on stumps as well, footing stumps instead of a concrete slab. So you have like that and can be great. Now, the flat packs, when you build, obviously majority of the goods can be purchased internally, like kitchen and and whatever. You can purchase in Bunnings and you can get the flat pack, and then you build it according to their size, and etc. 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 Right? And that's why I said yes, it is convenient. Yes, it's great. There's no there's no make, from the factory, where this can be already be made and assembled, or you need just assembled and you need a cabinet tradesman to come install it, whatever. Quality wise, that's not up to me to tell you what it is. Obviously, with the flat pack, it's not going to be like very ideal looking type of, you know, the model and everything like that. And obviously, if you're going to be remodeled or whatever, then you have to go to the traditional route to make a booking, modification, and audit. And yeah, so that's what I could tell you right now. I've went to the webinar. It's a new concept, and yeah, that's about it.